Hello, good morning. In the previous class, we had calculated the work done of the Carnot heat engine per cycle. That is, work done W is equals to R T1 minus T2 log of raised to E V2 by V1. So we had calculated his work done in the cyclic process. The net work done is equals to the amount of heat absorbed by the engine. Okay, so this W is equals to R T1 is the temperature of the source, T2 is the temperature of the sink, log of V2 by V1. Okay, so in this class we calculated here the efficiency of Carnot heat engine. Efficiency of Carnot's heat engine. Okay, so this is the neta, efficiency of Carnot heat engine, that is the neta. So we know that the formula for efficiency, the efficiency of heat engine is the ratio of work done, or the amount of work done per cycle, that is eta is the ratio of work done per cycle, that is this is called the useful output, to divided by amount of heat absorbed. Okay, amount of heat absorbed by the heat engine, that is called the input. Means we can simply say that efficiency of heat engine is the ratio of quantity of heat converted into work, the amount of heat converted into work or the work done per cycle, that is the useful output, to the amount of heat absorbed by the heat engine, that is called the input. So this neta is equals to amount of work, that is the W divided by Q1, and this W is nothing but the Q1 minus Q2. This is from the previous class. Okay, Q1 minus Q2 divided by Q1. So we have the value of work done, that is R T1 minus T2 log of E V2 by V1. From the previous class we calculated already. So put this value, that is R T1 minus T2 log of E V2 by V1 divided by, this is the amount of work done Q1 minus Q2, and we have the value of Q1, that is from the isothermal expansion we have a work done W1 is equals to, that is Q1 is equals to W1 is equals to RT1 log of E V2 by V1. So this is the amount of work done in the isothermal expansion, that is RT1 log of E. So put this value, that is R T1 log of V2 by V1. So this total term here cancelled and we get the remaining term, that is T1 minus T2 divided by T1. So this is the efficiency of Carnot heat engine in terms of temperature, and this is the efficiency in terms of heat absorbed and heat rejected. So we can also write here, these two are the same term, so therefore we can write Q1 minus Q2 divided by Q1 is equals to T1 minus T2 divided by T1, that is 1 minus Q2 by Q1 is equals to 1 minus T2 by T1. Okay, so by calculating term we get Q2 by Q1 is equals to T2 by T1. Okay, so this is the equation number. Take any number which has continued from the previous class. Here first and here second. Okay, so from this equation we conclude that first term, if we observe this equation, so we have the terms for to be observed. So first term, first observation, the efficiency means neta is only depend on the two temperature, that is the temperature of the source and the temperature of the sink. Okay, means this is Q2 by Q1 is equal to T2 by T1, means the efficiency of heat engine depends only on the temperature of the source and the skin and always less than unity. First, efficiency depends on two temperature of source and sink. Okay, efficiency depends on the two temperature, that is the source, temperature of the source and the temperature of the sink, and always less than unity. Because the value is, here value is Q1 minus Q2 divided by Q1. So if Q1 minus Q2 means the heat absorbed, Q1 is the greater value, Q2 is the small value. When Q1 subtracted Q2, okay, and there is a little small term than Q1, and when Q1 is divided by again Q1, so there is a decimal fraction. So that's why this is the less than unity, means we get answer 0 point something. So that's why this is the always less than unity. Then second, the efficiency is independent of the nature of working substance. Second, efficiency is independent on the nature of working substance. Means what may be the working substance used in the heat engine, it is not dependent, this efficiency is not dependent on the working substance or nature of the working substance. Means for example, we take a gas, we can take liquid also, we can take solid also. So for that there is no any change. For the working nature of the working substance, we may take different types of substance. Means we can take a mixture of gases, mixture of liquids also, mixture of solid also. So there is efficiency is independent on the nature of working substance. We can take different types of substance. So it is independent. Okay, it not matter. So that's why efficiency is independent on the nature of working substance. Third, the efficiency of an engine can be 1 or 100%. Only if the temperature of the sink is 0. Third, efficiency of heat engine may be 1 or 100% if the temperature of sink is 0. Okay, so from this equation, here efficiency is equals to T1 minus T2 divided by T1. If we are taking this T2 is equals to 0, we get neta is equals to T1 by T1. That means only 1. Okay, so if we want to efficiency of the heat engine as a 1, okay, or 100%. So for that we have to take this sink as the temperature of the sink is 0. Okay. But it is impossible to have T2 to be 0. Hence, no engine can be 100% efficient. So this T2 is the temperature of the sink. When there is a isothermal expansion and adiabatic expansion, the small amount of heat is rejected from the engine and that rejected heat is stored in the sink. So when the small amount of heat rejected is 0, means the sink has maintained at the 0 temperature, then this is not possible. So that's why any heat engine is not not more efficient than the 100%. Okay, means that every heat engine has the efficiency less than unit T or less than 100%. Okay, then fourth number point which we observe from this equation, that is the efficiency of heat engine is more if T2 minus T1 minus T2 is more. The efficiency of heat engine is more when T1 minus T2 has the greater value. When T1 minus T2 has more value. As the T1 minus T2 value is greater and divided by T1, so then this fraction becomes, this numerator becomes greater value, and when the numerator becomes greater value, so at that time we get a division as a 1 point. So that's why efficiency of heat engine is more when T1 minus T2 has the more value. And last point, the efficiency is minimum or 0 when T1 is equals to T2. Fifth point, the efficiency of heat engine is less or very small when T1 is equals to T2. So if we take here T1 is equals to T2, then the numerator has a low value. When the low value is divided by the more value, we get the value 0.000. Means the efficiency of heat engine is less when we are taking T1 is equals to T2. When the temperature of the source is equals to the temperature of the sink, then the ratio of absolute temperature of the source, and the sink. Okay. So at that time when T1 is equals to T2, the efficiency of heat engine is less. Okay. So from this equation, from these two equations, we got this 5 number of points. Okay. So you understand easily from these points, that is efficiency T1 minus T2 by T1. First, efficiency depends only on the two temperatures and always less than unity. Efficiency is independent of the nature of working substance used. Efficiency of heat engine may be 1 when the temperature of the sink is 0. Then efficiency of heat engine is more when T1 minus T2 has the greater value, and efficiency of heat engine is less or very small when T1 is equals to T2. So this is the expression for the efficiency of heat engine, Carnot heat engine. So in the next class we will see the Carnot theorem. There are two types of statement of Carnot theorem. So we will see in the next class. Thank you.